The first A Quiet Place film, a 2018 box office smash and unexpected awards season contender, ended with Emily Blunt's character, determined mum Evelyn, racking a shotgun and preparing for a likely fight to the death against aliens who have invaded Earth. It was a nervily abrupt way to conclude the film, though of course it was ultimately more setup than style. The inevitable sequel, A Quiet Place Part 2, in theaters May 28, picks up very soon after those events, with Evelyn and her 3 surviving children, baby Abbott and teenagers Regan, Millicent Simmonds, and Marcus, Noah Jupe, leaving their tricked-out farmhouse and seeking out new safety. There's also an eerie flashback to when the sound-sensitive aliens first came to Earth, a bracing set piece that allows director and writer John Krasinski to appear in the film even though his character, Evelyn's husband Lee, is dead in the present tense. This ominous prologue is the best the film gets, adeptly balancing cosmic dread with monster action. Krasinksi is good at these kinetic sequences, the cold open in particular placing us palpably in a moment when all hell has broken loose. There are other bursts of that confident verve elsewhere in the film, but none as tight and crisp and scary as that. Which makes for a lopsided film, one whose returns ever diminish toward another sudden ending. A sequel must, I suppose, expand upon the world that the first film introduced us to, and so Krasinski and company dutifully set about exploring the terrain of an upstate New York, Connecticut, ravaged by outer space monsters. The trouble is, A Quiet Place's whole deal doesn't really stand up to much scrutiny. We see hardened bad guys suddenly forget that they can't make a lot of noise, lest the aliens detect and kill them. A community of survivors is incredibly small and unbothered considering how easily their Eden is reached. Post-apocalyptic narratives have become so commonplace in culture that a new one has to be pretty carefully thought out to convince. A Quiet Place Part 2 instead gives us too much time to wonder why this particular world-ending event has been so, well, world-ending. Surely someone in the military or government or something would have reached the same, somewhat accidental conclusion that Regan did in the first film, that a particular frequency of sound really messes with the aliens' gigantic ears' brains. Once that was figured out, a solution to the alien scourge probably wouldn't be far off. The Abbotts needn't have gone searching for new shelter, a couple more weeks of staying put, and they'd probably be fine. Those doubts about the film's mythology persist as the story splits off into 3 threads, the Abbott family separated by various annoying circumstances, well, really one annoying and boggling choice, while a newcomer to their little unit, a neighbor called Emmett, Cillian Murphy, in fine grizzle, arrives to help them.